share an app with you guys, and basically the app is called POSHMARK. I have mentioned it before in my hauls that I have done. I've been a member of this community since September, so I pretty much know the ins and outs of this website slash app. So basically what POSHMARK is you buy and you sell, and sometimes you trade items that are of fashion. And it's basically shopping other people's closets. Things that they might not necessarily want or cannot fit, they sell it on here. Or if they have multiples of things, they also sell it on here. At first I was a little sketchy about the app, and I have done so much shopping on this app, it's ridiculous. It is addicting. It is not even funny addicting. So basically what you need to do is you need to download the app, and unfortunately the only people that can download this app, iPhone, iPod, and iPad users at the moment. Apparently they are trying to build a shopping website and also an Android app. So be on the lookout for that. That is supposed to be in the works. It's on their website that they're working on that. This is what the app will look like. This is, you get your personal profile. This app is very user friendly. You have a question, or if you have some kind of, there's a discrepancy in something, the turnaround for the emails as far as contacting them is really quick. They will get back to you within 1 to 2 days, sometimes like within hours they get back to you. And what's really good is that they also have a Twitter, they also have like Facebook and Instagram and all that. That really makes it helpful as a customer. The only time you do get charged fees are when you sell your items. You do get charged 20% of the item listing. So say you're spending $100 on an item, and somebody decides to buy it. When they receive the item and they check it, they have 3 days to look it over, decide whether they want it, and then accept the item. So once they do accept the item, you'll get $80 back of the $100 listing. So 20% off is what they knock off for selling the item. It is pretty steep as a selling price, but if you look at any other websites that you have to sell on, they don't go above and beyond what this website does. And that's why I kind of like using this website, even though that is pretty steep, 20%. You would begin listing your items. You would take photos of your items. What you want to do is make sure you have quality photos, and you also want to make sure your things are ironed. So I've seen people just have real wrinkled things, or just really dark pictures, or hazy looking pictures. And as a buyer, you want as close to new as possible. If you can get different angles of an item, then that would be better. If you take pictures of it on, a lot of people request pictures of items on because they want to see either your height to the item or just how it looks like on. So I use a separate app to edit my pictures. I place them like, I place 3 different pictures on there. That way when they scroll and they're looking at your pictures, they can see different views of it already without even having to open up the actual listing. I find that helpful for me as a seller to have that information in there. Hi, baby.
But my cape is off.
Okay, let's fix your cape. Say hello to my little friend. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey. Say hi. Whoa, almost fell.
Hi.
Say hi. That's my baby. I usually don't place him in my videos, but because they're crazy. What's your name?
Malachi.
Malachi. Oh, don't put that in the face. Okay, say bye.
Bye.
I have to go to sleep now.
I have to go to sleep now. I have to go to sleep now.
Okay, good night. Kiss. Give me kisses. No, you kiss me. Okay, see you.
Yeah.
I'm on top of each listing, so if somebody likes a item of mine, it gets placed into their closets. So I kind of take advantage of that, and I message them and ask them if they're interested, and maybe we can kind of go forward with this. That's the only thing about this website, is that you don't get notifications in an email, you get it through the website app. So you're constantly on this app like all day basically. But it does make money for you while you are sleeping or whatnot. That is the only downside of this, and I kind of wish that they would create something that sent you an actual email about your about each listing. I think that would be extremely helpful to me, rather than constantly being on the app. It just becomes, it's a pain in the butt. Basically, to sell an item, you have to work for it. Obviously, it doesn't come free. You have to dedicate some time into this app. Absolutely. Let's say you sell an item, somebody purchases your item. What you do as a seller is you go ahead and Poshmark sends you a notification that your item has sold. You'll get a prepaid label. You print that prepaid label out. The items are shipped priority. You usually want to get the items out as soon as possible, within 1 or 2 or 3 days. You don't want to wait too long. That way your buyer will be happy and they'll get their items as quickly as possible, and you'll get your money as soon as possible, because they won't release funds until the item is received. So when I package my items, I print out the label and then I go ahead and take my item. Say it's an item I sold, it's a shirt. I do make sure that I fold it really nicely and as if it came from a store. And then I do wrap it into tissue paper. I kind of go all out on the wrapping. I always want to make sure that my buyer is happy. So I like to package things nicely, because I know when I receive things, I like it when it's packaged really nicely and it looks very presentable, as if it was professionally done by a seller. So I normally wrap it into tissue paper and then I place it into these little plastic bags. So normally I package and it looks like this when they receive it, and then I place it into the box like this. Then I take the box, and so all you have to do is plop it onto your box and send it out to the post office. Once Poshmark receives word that it's beginning to track the item, the email gets sent to the seller and also the buyer that the item has been shipped, and then from there you can start tracking the item, which is extremely helpful for both parties. When people say they have sent it and I start getting tracking, I get things within like 3 to 4 days, up to, I'd say at the very most 8 to 10 days. So then when your buyer receives your item, they check it over, they have 3 days to check it over, and then they have the option to accept the order, or they can take it up with Poshmark, and if something is damaged or not as described or anything like that, as a buyer, you have that is your protection. You do not necessarily need to accept the order right away. And if you do, you have to be careful as a buyer to accept an item, because once you accept the item, it's yours. There is no turning back. If you find like a rip or a tear or anything like that, you want to make sure that you are thoroughly checking your item. You are satisfied. And if they find that the seller is at fault, what they will do is send you another prepaid label and they have you send it back. And in no way are you having to take money out of your own pocket to send back your item that either didn't work out or whatnot. And that's basically all as a seller. As a buyer, you do want to make sure that when you are looking for a particular item, that you're reading the comments that are before you. You want to make sure that any questions that you have asked hasn't been already answered. Some people get irritated about that. A lot of times there has been bargaining that has been happening previous to you looking at the listing. I pay close attention to that kind of stuff. get ripped off in any way. If somebody is selling something and people are already questioning this item, say it's a counterfeit, or somebody spots that they're selling it at a high price than it is in store. If you see that the listing is quite old, you may not want to purchase it because those are probably people that aren't active on the website. If you are questioning a seller, say you're unsure about the way that they're doing things, make sure you look them up. Look at their other listings, make sure that they're following through with their listings, and that when people receive their item, not leaving negative feedback into their messages or the sold items. So what I do is I look at the sold items, and I normally try and see if they have been following through with their selling, or if they've been taking forever for shipping, or if people are getting items that have stains, or they're just unhappy with it. You do want to look at those because those are some red flags right there. Now say you do decide to buy an item. The shipping is normally $7 per item. So a lot of people do bundle. So if you have several items that you want, make sure that you ask the seller to bundle those items. That way you only pay one shipping price. And you can bundle items up to 3 pounds. And then anything above $25, it is only $5.50, I believe, shipping. As a buyer, there are no fees for you besides the shipping charges. There have been some sellers that they don't take a lot of care into their packaging. I mean, there was one point where I received a cereal box with a dress and a vest in it, and I was kind of taken back. I was like, what is, like, seriously, I paid $7 for a cereal box to be sent to me? The last thing I do want to share is trading. Poshmark does not condone the trading, but it does happen on the website. The trading is pretty much person to person. Poshmark is not really involved in it. There are no buyer or seller protections on trades, and so you really have to be careful about trades. There are a lot of people trying to scam other people. I have been really careful. I have not personally been scammed, but after seeing a lot of people begin to get scammed app, I kind of stopped the trading. It's just for safety purposes. I just feel that if I continue to trade, then I will end up probably getting scammed. If you feel that something is wrong, it probably is. You want to make sure that you kind of research the person if you are trading with them. The thing about PayPal is it is not connected to Poshmark. Policy is not to deal with like third-party sites. So it is kind of all you if you end up using the PayPal site. If you're buying from somebody, also make sure that you leave feedback on the person's list or on that listing. Especially the ones that are marked sold, because those are the ones that the seller is not allowed to delete. Once it is sold, they cannot delete any of the listings, and so you can actually look at all those listings and see. Some people sell like makeup or replicas or actual authentic items. You have to be careful with anything like that very close to an item like Louis Vuitton or Gucci purses, unless they have like a receipt that they purchase it from an actual store, then you don't have any idea whether it is real or not. I would definitely just really be careful. A lot of the times if the price is just too good, it's probably a fake. So basically, all in all, I would say that this app is one of like my favorite apps right now. I am constantly on this app. I do hope that they improve the app to where you can get email notifications or set it up where you get a text or something like that, because being on this app has caused me to be on my phone quite a lot, just trying to see if somebody has liked my listing or if they replied back to a question that I had. The only downfall of selling is that they do take 20%, which is quite hefty. and they also charge the $7 shipping. So those are things that I wish would kind of change and ease up a little bit. But other than that, the app itself, I've sold so many things. You're really not supposed to sell like a lot of makeup items, but people do. And I have gotten so many good deals. So that's basically it. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please comment down below and just let me know. I can help you out in as many ways as I possibly can. I have been with the website for quite a while now, and I've sold a number of things. I have bought too many things on the website, and so I kind of know the ins and outs of how to use the app. So please comment down below if you have any questions. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!